Well, we made it to Sydney. We're just below the airport terminal station. I'm losing my voice at the moment, struggling. I've got to get a train, suburban train that is, to Sydney Central, then the XPT to my destination. So these trains are about 10 years old. Yeah, it's all the difference between a Millennium and an Oscar.
The train on platform 1 goes to City Terminal from Sydney. First stop, Nov Dec, Greenfield, Central, Brisbane, St James, Circular Quay, Wynyard and Town Hall.
Stand clear.
Next stop, Green Square. Central. Change at Central for T1 North Shore. Western Richmond. T2 West. Leppington. T4 Eastern Suburbs. T9 Northern. Intercity. Regional New South Wales trains. Metro has 9 lane services. Goes to Brisbane. First stop, Broadmeadow, then Maitland, Dungog, Gloucester, Wingham, Taree, Kendall, Wauchope, Kempsey, Maxville, Urunga, Sawtell, Coffs Harbour, Grafton, Casino, Kyogle and Brisbane.
train just pulled in on the other platform. I'm losing my voice pretty bad.
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. You got love? True? Yeah. That's cool.
Some of the new city double-deckers. And they need to borrow. I mean, one of them came from 2J, so yeah, at least with that, the other one I've got at home, so if I need the 2 bits, just borrow them both and return my one when they're done. Because it was, yeah. Well, if they want to borrow my trailer, they're welcome to borrow my trailer. Just let Jim know what's being organised.
Alright, show your tickets, boys. Show your tickets, brothers. Show your tickets, girls.
No worries.
If one shirt's missing out of here, I'm going to turn his whole fucking place upside down. 1, 2.
Yeah.
1. Should be free now. Wait, brother, check this out. Check this out. Look at that. Put that for like $70. That's fresh.
Yeah. Shit happens and you step in it. Normally,
Shit happens,
in this case,
my
there's
Muslim
one
brothers nearly killed
thing
me.
that's
I got a second
guaranteed
chance
is
at life.
that
How you going, my sister?
anything living will
Hey, I'm
die.
going to the Morris's
Just
Dungate.
never win.
Dungay Mob?
Yeah, Dungay Mob, Morris's too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're all on borrowed time, I reckon.
Who?
No, the fucking officers.
Ah, just write it down.
This is my carriage today.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my carriage today.
Be quiet and I wait to go.
Just tell them I'm just having fun.
Yeah. Well, that was the important part. But what shits me, Dad came over with Mum, even though he wasn't going to. Mum dragged them along. And says it might be the last time that they see me. And Dad was here for me, and so was Mum. And I intended being there for Dad, and I missed it. He died too soon. So.
How you going, love?
I'm
Want to see
good.
my train ticket?
No, but I need you to sit in your seat and I need you to take it down because I've had your plates already and by this stage you won't be going very far at all, okay?
Alright, I'll sit down.
You need to sit down and you'll get to where you're going.
Can I go get a drink?
Sorry, so you're going missing.
No worries.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Don't my sexy black grandma.
Climbing Denniston Bank. Heading north from Strathfield to Hornsby. I remember this place so well in my younger years. 70s and 80s were a great era. This Epping station. Well, here I am at Sydney Central Station. And Thursday the 4th of December. Looking up to where the old youth hostel used to be, which was the old parcels office originally. The old train carriages used to be out the front here, the replica ones, not there anymore. Platform 1's over this side, of course. Platform 2, platform 3, and over the other side you got the rest of the central. So I just squeeze my guts getting to turn around here. So it's Sydney Central, 8:22 in the morning. I'm looking at the Grand Concourse area.
Goes to first stop Broadmeadow, then Maitland, Singleton, Muswellbrook, Aberdeen, Scone, Barrarundi, Willow-Tree, Corinda and Beresford. Then approaching first stop Tapping, then Geelong.
These are the Endeavour Explorer cars. These are the Mary Young sets. Remember, these are the new old ones. This is the basic bogie design. Plug doors on it and a single arm pantograph. The vestibules, more or less full width vestibules on them. There's some close-up detail of the buffer beams, the buffer plates I should say. And the electrical junction box. What you might find hard to see is this. power cars would have one class and the trailer cars would have the other. D&D is a trailer car. Well, here we are, after arriving in Sydney Central. I've taken a train into Parramatta. I remember this being full of buses, cars, taxis. This is George Street, by comparison. I used to live here up until the early 80s. I remember the church, where the street used to be. It's now another mall. And looking up here, I remember coming down through here in Parramatta Westfield. I remember it was nowhere near as big as what it is now. I've just been into Berg's Hobbies, which, zoom in. If you're not a roll enthusiast and you live in Sydney, that's the place you might want to go to. Always a lot of good stuff in there. This big building, that was never here. I was living here. So Parramatta Town Hall. It's a case of, at least with this, I remember cars and buses in both directions through here. All the curving's gone. Macquarie Street. Remember that, having cars up and down it. This was always a busy place back in the 80s. Oh look! Woohoo! Bin chicken! Good old Ibis bin chickens. Where I'm walking now would have been down one of the two left-hand lanes. There's two down and two back. So all this has changed now. Remember the old building here? I'm just taking a bit of a trip down memory lane, sharing it with everyone. This waterfall wasn't the waterfall then. This monument was in the middle of a roundabout. So, a whole series of sprinklers. And look at that old architecture. Whether it's this building, or that building, or there's one in the middle. And you got all this modern day stuff where the road used to be. And look, the light rail system. Oh look, tram coming up George Street.
Last inside.
Bendy tram. One up, one back. back into the 80s. I rode my bike from Borkham Hills to Parramatta. Downhill all the way to here, uphill all the way home. And this road used to go straight through. There's an actual traffic lights here with the four-way intersection. All this has changed. So we used to drive through years ago. Can't drive through anymore. The original Parramatta tramway is a few streets down going this way. We're looking down this way, as you see here, Church Street and Macquarie Street. And basically, on the left here used to be Norman Ross Discounts, long before it became Harvey Norman. And this will take me home back in the 80s. Still will if I had a push bike and I'd ride it through. Looking down towards where Parramatta Hospital used to be, further down beyond all this. I'm not going for much of a wander. So for me this is a trip down memory lane, but with a major difference, the tramway. And this will now go out and join up with what used to be the line from down near the main line up through to Carlingford or Dundas area. But yeah, I look at this and go, half these buildings, you know, they're getting rid of all the old buildings that I remember and building this crap. So yeah, Parramatta in the year 2025. Looking down Macquarie Street. At the end of Macquarie Street, we've got one of the main oldest buildings in Parramatta. Parramatta is a historical place that dates back to the early settlement era. Over behind it's Parramatta Park and the original Governor Corey's house, if I'm correct. With all this modern stuff. There's some of the original building up back there. As you see, we're looking down the other end of Macquarie Street. Another bendy tram coming back. I got my driver's license in 1984. I was able to drive around here. None of this was here. Streets were.
Especially me, I hate salt.
I'm looking from Darcy Street into George Street. The bridge on the far end, there's two bridges here side by side. The one on the far end where those lights are the original bridge. This one in front was also identical when it was put in. So there we're looking back towards platform number 1 area. So let's look up there and have a look. Where the original walkway used to be. Back in the 80s this was created. Up here as well. So we're going up there to platform level. But to get there we've got to go downstairs first. Looking down to where the original entrance used to be. Staircase with escalators. Train coming in on platform 2. City's platform 1. And you got platform 3 heads towards the city and platform 4 heads west. This boat is heading west out to the Blue Mountains, and then once it gets out to its destination they'll be returning back to the city. Up behind you is the original civil cabin and main buildings. There's the original building over there, part thereof. Platform 1 and 2. Other side of 2 is 3, and the other side, a bit hard to see, is platform 4. Train on platform 4. It's going to be heading west. What used to be just Gross Brothers became Westfield back in the 80s. Parramatta Westfield, when they've done the fun run from Sydney to Melbourne, this is where it started. Of course over here where Time Zone is, that's an extension to the shopping centre. I remember that being old apartment buildings that got bulldozed. It's long grass there for many years. Going by the announcement, sounds like it's going out to Richmond. via Blacktown, of course. Oh, we've got one on platform 2 as well. And for those who don't know what plug doors are, these are the type of doors that pop out and slide. As soon as we're ready to go, there'll be a warning first those doors about to shut, and then they will come along, close, and pull inward.
Closing. Please stand clear.
Sort of tail view you get if you could see out through the window.
Next stop, Lidcombe.
Please keep your personal belongings clear of doorways, stairs and passages.
This is the current Sydney map. Quite an extensive system. And basically we come into here, Parramatta, and Seven Hills used to be my old stomping ground. So it's to be about this way. Coming in on the main western line and coming into the city. Sydney Central has ground level and then 2 levels below ground level. From here you take the eastern suburbs line, and from here you can also take across to North Sydney over the Harbour Ridge up to Hornsby, and then once you've gone past Hornsby you go up the north, central coast and north coast. At this point we've just gone past Granville where the famous train disaster happened. All that here used to be part of the Commonwealth Engineering factory, which is now long since gone. And that was one of the areas after Dundas and Carlingford, an old Carlingford line. So Clyde we're just going through. Over this little bridge that is there. That used to be all railway across there. Over here used to be the rest of the Commonwealth Engineering plant, which is now virtually nothing left of it. This is the home where the XPT was built. Plus on top of that, it's also got all these freight yards. And back in the 80s, certainly in the 70s, hanging out of a Sydney Red Rattler and being able to get all these beautiful sights back in the days of photographic film and movie film. Without it we had digital, what we've got now, back in the 70s and 80s. Stuff that I would have caught on video. standard gauge. View downstairs. Swap over here. And through Auburn. And there's the view for upstairs. Air conditioning comfort. To put you in the picture for those who haven't been to Sydney, or those who may not be able to get to Sydney, Australia, two end tracks. You get straight on one of them. That's westbound, heading away from Sydney. Next one coming in should be inbound, heading towards the city. So that's one of the roads to the south, which is actually on the western line, branches to the south. And then we've got these two lines. Well, you can see one of the two tracks. We're on one, and track next to us is the returning line heading west. So these four tracks are all main westbound.
This train will stop at Lincoln.
This is the other branch line to the south.
T2 or T3 City, T3 Liverpool.
That's part of the old
T6
Lidcombe Loop line.
and T7 Olympic Park services.
Back in 1975, I had the pleasure of seeing 3801 and also 13, two different steam tours. But Lidcombe Station has changed so much since the 70s.
This station is Lincoln.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
So heading to the city from Lincoln. On signal cabin no longer in use.
Next stop, Stratfield.
You could be fined for placing your feet on the seats.
And for those who don't know, New South Wales uses 4 foot 8.5 inch standard gauge. There's the old freight lines from the steam era, still gets used as freight. There's an opportunity for a pacing shot. Trains come up from behind us. While we're waiting at a signal, passing through Homebush. So Strathfield has several platforms. 6 platforms, you could say, 3 islands.
This station is Stratford.
Another chance of doing some more pacing. That road's going faster than theirs. Ha ha ha. Oh, okay, that's through Petersham. There's an old this car. A pair of them. Stonewall. Get closer to the city now. I'm just passing McDonald down car yards. This is where a lot of steam engines used to be. Used to be a big steam engine shed there. They're coming up from the southern line, taking down to Liverpool and all that. This is also returning to the city. Back here somewhere should be the Chilora Hub, if I'm correct, or the Everly Workshops, or what there is left of it. If I'm correct, that's the Channel 7 building in the background. Yep, Channel 7, Sydney. That's their building. The old Everly Railway Workshops and turntable, roundhouse used to be all around on that side. But for what it is, there's no longer a need for steam, so
This train will
electrifications.
stop at Redfern. Change at Redfern for T4 Illawarra, Cronulla, T8 Sydenham and Intercity South Coast services.
Yeah, so that's Everly on the other side of all that. With the Oscar sets, the Millennium sets, and all the other new fancy ones.
This train will stop at Central. If you are traveling with children, please mind the gap between the platform and the train when getting on or off.
Can you pick me up from the station, please?
To Barara. You can change here at Central. The trains around the city.
Well, I think I'm about to start walking.
Okay. Sydney Central, there's a tower clock in the background.
Okay, great. Okay.
Over here is where the youth
I'll
hostel
call
used
you
to
again to
be.
open, okay?
This building here has replaced
Okay, bye
what used to be
now.
there. Don't like the idea, but that's where the old goods building used to be. And then it became a youth hostel. On the other side we've got the over and under. So we're looking down from the elevated section. There's the rest of it. Back on the other side of the train again, there's a Murray Young set going out. These are the more newer ones. So one full set or consist is a 6-car train. For those who don't understand, it's a double deck, upstairs and downstairs, which is standard of the Sydney network. Just to give some of you an idea, a bit of video that was done a while ago, just through that middle window, done by a very awesome bloke. The guy who's doing guard on the train today. So yeah, that's the view at the tail. So actually, you borrowed the camera for a moment to do the video for me. Legend. That's single cabin. And here's all their special electronics equipment in there. I think it's also part of central train control. If I'm correct. Oh, there's the country and interstate platforms. Now we've disembarked our train. Here's the other couple coming in.
Town Hall, then Wynyard, Milsons Point and North Sydney. For your safety, please remain behind the yellow line at all times. Goes to Gordon via Linfield. First stop Town Hall, then Wynyard, Milsons Point, North Sydney, then all stations to Chatswood, then Roseville, Linfield, Killara and Gordon. On platform 16 goes to Gordon via Linfield. First stop Town Hall, then Wynyard, Milsons Point, North Sydney, then all stations to Chatswood, then Roseville, Linfield, Killara and Gordon. For your safety, please remain behind the yellow line at all times.
I'll record. As we sink below the surface level, this is the underground area of Sydney Central. This is just one level below. There's actually another 2 levels below this. I'm heading up this way in a moment. We go below this level. Come around through here, in for the metro, and that's down there. That's the driverless train down at the metro. There's something about something that you may not have known before.
Be concerned about the risk.
Some of a mental note. Some of the original buildings done slightly different now. Staircase in the middle of the escalator has been modified. Now we've come back up to surface level. This is the new section of roof. Over here you got platform 14. I'm sure there's 16 platforms to here, but anyways, 14 platforms. And that's all the light through. Looking back to the main concourse. And then looking around, the V-set parking over there. And back in the 80s, or specifically 1982, there's a big railway celebration here. We had 3820 and a variety of other trains parked up here. And a great big model of a 60 class Garrett in, I think, 3.5 inch scale. Oh look, preset V1, leader of the pack. Wrong colour scheme, but hey. And set number 28. So these are a V set for those who don't understand or don't know. All the new trains are based on this design, but so-called cosmetically more pleasing apparently. To give you an idea where these have evolved. Let's have a look over here. We're over on platform 11. So platform 11. So this is the far end of the country and interstate platforms. But from a V-set to evolve something like that, it doesn't look as good, honestly. Now the original buffer stop that used to be at the end here, before this got redone, these ones are the replacements for the electro couplers. Or maybe the Schaffenberg type style. But these are to handle the new couplings of the new sets. All the vast expanse of glass. And all the desto boards for each platform.